Somebody been lying. Look, when you have kids, man, you just transfigure into something like, you start dealing with patience on a whole new level. Oh my God, see, I got a 3-year-old, okay? Now some parents want to drop their kids downtown and do it the old Spartan way and just leave them and see if they make it back, and then they're like, yeah, they got strong kids. Some people just want to just boot the kid and see how far he lands. But you can't do that. You transcend yourself into a whole new level. And I had to experience that the hard way because, you're running late and you're like you know how hard it is to dress a 2-year-old? I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is the most difficult shit you'll ever do. Oh my God, I'm talking about, and I was in the Army, dismantled some weapons, all that shit. Let's go beyond the line, let's do it. That is not as hard as trying to button a little button, and it's got a string that retracts. And it's the wrong fucking thing to have when you're running late. And as you're doing it, you're like, there it goes, snap, and there it is back. You're like, oh God. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And then here's where, and you're like, through generations, kids are getting smarter. And so it shouldn't surprise you at what they do and what they're saying. But my boy he messed me up with this one. We're running late, and I'm like, come on, dude. And I'm trying to get it, and I felt like it was like unsnapping. Now look, come on guys, you're golden when you know how to do the unsnap the bra with one finger. Oh, you're like 007 with that shit. Try that shit on a little kid's pants, it's not happening. And I'm like, oh yeah, there you go. And he looked at me, and I was like, look, you gotta stop, man. You gotta just, and he was just like, Daddy, watch this. Listen, watch this. You see that? And he messed me up. He said, that shit's genetics. I was like, wait, are you saying genetics? I was like, no. He's like, I'm like, yeah, that is genetics. You see that? Yeah, and when you turn 17, I'll show you how to do the, come on, man, look, stay still. God, stay still. Oh, it doesn't work. Man. And, I have, the worst luck. When I'm in a rush with my little boy, and I'm like, dang, and he's in diapers, so I don't know, but I know I gotta take a nice one. And I'm like, oh man, you gotta open the door. He's like, let me get the key. So I done messed around and let him have the key. We're walking to the door. The classic when you gotta use the bathroom, you can't get anything right. I'm sitting there like, oh God. Now everyone had that, that doo-doo that just debilitates you, and you're like, oh gosh. And you're like, stand still. God, oh my gosh. And so now I done made it into the house, and I'm like, you got that dude where you gotta clench real hard. Oh gosh, and you gotta try to do this. And the only reason why you gotta clench is because you know what type of poo-poo it is. It's that baby shit that no matter how hard you clench, it's constantly coming. And you're like, oh, it's coming. So, and it's backed by pressure. So you gotta calculate as soon as you get your pants ready, you gotta swing it correctly, otherwise you're gonna be in a world of trouble. Your maid is gonna be mad. Listen, I speak by experience. So, my poor little man, I'm glad I just had a good couch right there, because he's just taking too much time. He wanna crawl up the steps. And you're like, oh gosh, you gotta get this, stay still. Come in the house. No, I don't know what I'm telling him to do. He's all confused. He's like, Daddy, I think you gotta go to the potty. I'm like, okay, I just grab him. I literally Superman chuck him up the steps. He landed in a barrel roll. I run, and I thought I had it. Boom, I swung, it missed. I fell off the toilet. It was shit everywhere. And we still had to go. And that was to work, okay? It was kids, man, I'm telling you. And there's a culture of like parenting. You gotta have your little bag, little diapers and everything, ready to just quick wipe them up real quick, because he can poo-poo. The first experience when I had came back from the Army, I was on leave, and it was my turn to change the diaper. So I was like, well, I don't know how the mechanisms work on it. Like, how do you take the fly, the butterfly, whatever. She was like, I'll show you this time. So she took it off, and there's a word called a blowout in baby terms. For people who don't have kids, a blowout is when this little life form shits so hard in its diaper, the diaper can no longer hold it. It's just like, fuck! There it is, and it's poo everywhere. On the thigh, on the end, just everywhere. So, I'm already getting lightheaded, think about it. She hands me it, and like, women know how to do like this little tape and fold thing. That's real cool. It almost looks like a football, paper football that we used to play. Because with the diaper, she expected me to know how to automatically do that. She handed me this diaper with a blowout. Oh God. She says, go get a new diaper. I calculated that to go to the dumpster and throw the diaper away. By the time I get to the dumpster and come back, I still had the diaper in my hand, throw it all over me, and I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this right here. She had to clean me and him up. Okay? It was bad, okay? This is a culture. You know what I mean? And like the level of patience where you get to a point and you're looking at your kid and you're just like, listen, my son, it is time for us to go. We must go. And I'm thinking I got it under control. And I'm looking for my keys. Where are my keys? He comes through, he's like, Daddy, they're in your hands. Oh my God. How does he know this? And I'm mad, who put those there? Kids, from now on, at least for the next 3 years, on Mother's Day, I'm just going to send her a card that says, I'm sorry. Fucking 3 years of terror that I'm sure I did when I was young. It was pretty bad. I want to end off with fight. Gosh, Lee, I watch a lot of UFC, I watch a lot of fighting, and so you just, I don't know, I'm the type of guy that go on YouTube and be like, I want to see the idiots that try that stuff in real life. And if you've never YouTubed street fights, this shit is the most hilarious thing you've ever seen in your life. People, I mean, they boss up, and women just, I hate to be like, oh, women are like cats, but because it's like, it's an animal, and women are just women, but you literally fight like cats. And I've never seen, it's always like every single fight that I look at, because I do a lot of like just scrolling and watching these fights. Every single female fight end up like this. And then they're like, let go of my hair. And she's like, fuck you. Let go of my hair, bitch. Teresa, get her off of me. Teresa's over there like, no, if you jump in, I'm gonna jump in. No, bitch. And then when they hit the ground, they really turn into cats because they're still locked in, and they're like using their feet and they're going, get off my hair, get off my hair, kick it hard as hell. And the guys are just like, yeah, Yeah. I don't get it. Guys are worse. Man, oh man. They get in each other's face every single time. Someone's like, yeah. Well, that was fast. I had my money on those. Every single time. I don't understand. You never want to be in a position, like, stop letting guys that are volatile walk close to you. I'm like, oh, chill out, man. Let's get it then. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk to you. We're gonna talk about this face to face after we kiss. Noses. Yeah. Somebody sleep. Embarrassing. Can't you know, you don't want to just sit there, laying there with a guy on top of you because you tried to do some MMA move. Now he's just on top of you like, say something else, bitch. You're up there like, get him, Johnny. Come on. And he's over there like, you wanted the one-on-one. Now you gotta do these stupid squirrel moves like, and he's just like, yeah, ride that. Yeah, I'll keep going. You knocked out, way back up. He's still on me. Knocked out, way up. Come on. You get hit in the face after talking stuff, and then you start answering a question. Yeah. He's like, yeah. You think he's standing there talking to you the whole time after he even hit you in the head, in the face, square in the nose, and you like, oh, God, that hurt. He done looked at you coming up close and knocked you clean out again. Look at your girl. What happened? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't want to get caught up in the wrong fight scene, ladies and gentlemen. I'm CeeLo. Thank you.